Do you have the sound from last night's game? You have Larry Anderson, the Phillies analyst, and he lays into the umpire last night. But he had a quick hook. Here you go.
Boy, we get a look at the pitch now, too, and you can understand why he's got a beef there. Ruiz
just saying it was a strike, it looks like, and Cedarstrom didn't want to hear it, and then it's a quick hook. That's just garbage. That's terrible. They're going to get some umpires in there to have some class and know what they're doing. Look at this guy. What a cool customer he is, isn't he? Everybody's out here to see you, Gary Cedarstrom, just so you know. All these fans came to watch you umpire.
Wow, Larry Anderson. Zing. Roy Halladay was on the mound last night, the Phillies pitcher joining us. How long does it take to get used to an umpire in his strike zone there, Roy?
That's the first time I heard that audio. That's pretty good.
Do you agree with that?
I don't know if I'd use the same word. I've never seen it before. I've seen guys get thrown out for arguing, but I really didn't feel like he was arguing. He never turned around, never took his mask off. Never used obscene language. He simply said it was a strike, and he said it a couple times. He said, "Say it one more time, and I'm going to throw you." And he says, "I'm just trying to tell you it was a strike," and he ran him. So I've never seen one like that. That was a first.
What are you allowed to say as a pitcher or catcher? And you can't question balls and strikes at all, can you?
Right. Well, that's tough. I think a lot of times, depending on the umpire, you can ask them, I think, but I think as soon as you start telling them, you're in trouble. And there's different guys that you can you can be a little more upfront with, and they're okay with it, and other guys aren't. And I think that's a tough part. Is a lot of times you don't know who those guys are, and one day may be different than the next. So that's definitely a tough part of it, and I understand they get criticized a lot and probably don't appreciate it, but as a pitcher, you want your catcher to at least feel like he's saying, look, just trying to get him to be a little bit accountable, and he gets run for that is that's a tough one to swallow.
Give me a percentage number of umpires that you think feel like they're stars, that people do come to see them to a certain degree.
Oh boy. I would say it's few. Most of them that I've had have been very good. There's a couple that I think like throwing guys out and getting into confrontations, and they always seem to be in the middle of things. There's a few of those guys, and I don't know if that's a reason, if they want to be seen or what, but I think the number's probably lower than players and coaches probably say.
He's Roy Halladay, Phillies pitcher, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Cole Hamels, Bryce Harper, Part 2 coming up tonight, Roy. What do you expect?
Nothing. I think that, I don't know on their part, but I would guess that, both sides have said what they said, and I think, both sides, I think their GM and obviously Cole were penalized a little bit for those things. So, I think at this point, what's done is done, and you move on. I really don't see, a whole lot going on from that standpoint, other than, obviously the confrontation on the field of trying to get each other, one trying to get a hit and one trying to get an out. But I don't see a whole lot outside of that.
Ever welcome somebody to the big leagues like that?
I have not. There's probably a few guys that I would have liked to, but
wait, who would you have liked to have done that to?
Never did. Unfortunately, the guys that I would have liked to were already there before me, so I couldn't do it. But there's.
Well, last time you hit somebody on purpose.
The last time I did was after one of our guys had been, hit the day before after he had hit 2 home runs. The third time up, he was hitting the elbow, and unfortunately for us, he missed. We had a couple weeks left, and he missed the rest of the year for it. So we got a guy the next day, but I think you see that more than you see welcoming guys to the big leagues. You don't see that very often.
Does anybody have to tell you to hit the guy?
No, I think that I think in a lot of cases, the ones when it should happen, I think it's understood and it's obvious. I think that when you get into trying to interpret and do you think you really did that on purpose? Those are usually the ones that weren't on purpose and don't need to be handled. But there's definitely a part of protecting your guys and letting people know that, look, we can't have our best guys getting hurt because they're doing well. And I think that's the one that really gets a team riled up and when those things need to be handled.
Best pitcher in baseball right now is who?
Verlander.
What is Verlander. He? But as you, and obviously been a great pitcher for a long time, but when you see him, what do you see that makes you go, wow? Well,
I think the first thing you see is the stuff. I mean, you've seen that, for a long time. I think what I've seen recently out of him is he's been able to control it and dial it down at times, and then add when he needs to. I don't think you see the 100 miles, every single pitch. You see him actually pitching and working through lineups, and he's taken that overpowering stuff and became a pitcher with it, and that's a tough combination when you have both of those.
Would you rather face Verlander or Jamie Moyer?
If I had to hit, I'd rather face Jamie. I mean, they're probably both going to get me out, but I know if Jamie hits me, it's going to hurt a lot less.
I know you're doing stuff with boating here. Are you in a boat right now?
I am not. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Are you a big fisherman, or are you...
I'm a big fisherman and a big boater. We actually we have 2 boats. I have a bass boat on our lake at home, and then we have a saltwater boat about 10 minutes from us there in the Gulf in Florida. And it's definitely a huge passion for us, and we're just trying to let people know what's out there and what their boating options are, and being able to go to this Discover Boating website and just get some information about the lifestyle and what a great release and family time it can be. That's we're just trying to kind of get that message out and let them know it's a passion for me and a lot of people out there, and I think people see that and realize it, and they can have fun with it.
DiscoverBoating.com is the website. Before I let you go, if you were scratched from a start and we found out you went fishing, would that be a bad thing? On your off day.
On the off day?
Yeah, you're scratched.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be a good thing, but in a couple of years, I think everybody's gonna wonder where I went, and that's where I'll be.
So we'll find you. We'll find you in a boat somewhere.
Yeah, there won't be a press conference that I'm retiring. I'll just be gone fishing somewhere.
They'll go, where did Roy go? And then we'll have to find you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be on the water somewhere. I can promise you that.
Hey, good to visit with you again, Roy. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. DiscoverBoating.com. That's Roy Halladay. Cole Hamels, Bryce Harper. I'm going to guess Cole sent his message and got a message in return with how much it cost him. Does anything happen with the Nationals to Cole Hamels?